Hi, this is Nathan from Snap, and today we're going to be looking at how to add a participant list to your survey within Snap Online. It should take about 20 minutes, and as ever, I'll point you to the relevant support material at the end. We're going to be using Snap XMP, our new seamlessly integrated platform, which has got three main components to it. Snap Desktop, which is installed on your PC or laptop, Snap Online, our cloud-based application, and for those of you who might be conducting field-based interviews, so face-to-face interviewing, we also have the Snap Offline Interviewer app. Today though, we're going to be focusing on participants within Snap Online. There are three main stages to today. We will upload an Excel file with a list of potential participants. We will look to seed some of the questions within the survey using known information from that spreadsheet. And then finally, we will set up our email invitation and potential reminders. With Snap Online, your surveys can be distributed by sending automated email invitations. You can then track whether those people have responded, and if they haven't, they can then be sent automated email reminders. Tracking the participant also allows you to personalise surveys, as well as link previously known information about your respondents back to their response data. This allows for more detailed analysis to take place. This same technique can be used to confirm and maintain company records. And this preceding of questions is a useful tool when combined with hidden questions, making the questionnaire as succinct as possible for the respondent, while still giving you access to an array of additional information at the reporting stage. You may have previously used this facility in Snap 11 using database links and Snap Web Host, but today it's all about how to do it in Snap Online. So the whole process can now be set up and run without the need for Snap's desktop application. So let's have a look at the spreadsheet we're going to be using. To use this facility, you must have a known list of customers, and they must each have their own unique ID. Snap will use this unique ID to automatically log them into the survey from the link contained in the invitation. As you can see, I've also got some known information about each potential participant, including their name and which training course they attended. And just notice that my column headers have logical names and that we're going to be using worksheet number 1, the delegates worksheet. Okay, let's head straight into Snap Online. I'm going to work in the tutorials folder today, and we're going to be using the course evaluation survey. You can see the survey has been started, it is live, but we don't currently have any responses. And if I click on the survey name, and we'll go straight to the Collect tab, down the left hand side we have participants. There's currently no participants set up, so we will click on Participant List, and then upload my spreadsheet. Just notice that I'm already pointing to worksheet number 1, so we're going to select the file, which is just on my desktop, and I'll press Next. In this next window, I can choose to send invitations, to track the respondents, and also potentially seed the survey with some pre-known data. So to begin with, I'm going to confirm that I wish to send out email invitations and potentially reminders. You notice that Snap has already looked at my spreadsheet and realised that I had a column header by the name of email, so it's already matched that up to begin with, but alternatively I could just drop down the menu and choose a different column header. I've also got the option to seed the invitation with known data, so I can personalise the invitation with perhaps the participant's name. I want to track respondents so that Snap knows who to send reminder emails to, as well as for questionnaire seeding. And this is where you might have additional information in your spreadsheet that you wish to pre-populate the survey questions with. Tracking respondents requires me to set up a unique login, so today I'm going to be using the ID column from my spreadsheet. And finally, we're just going to confirm that I wish to seed data into the questionnaire. Below that, we've got the option for group questionnaires. We're not going to be doing that today. This is more often used when you're doing 360 surveys or perhaps course evaluation surveys. So if I press Next, in terms of seeding, first of all we need to decide what seeding is going to appear in the invitation and the potential reminder. So in my case today, in my spreadsheet I have a name column, so that will allow me to personalise my invitation with the respondent's name. So I'll add that. I could obviously add additional information if I wanted as well, but for today I'm just going to press Next. We then have the option to seed the questionnaire itself. So in my spreadsheet today I have a column called Gender, and I've got an equivalent question in the actual survey. which is question 6. Now question 6 is a tick box style question, a single choice question, so we will need to also map across the options. Now in my spreadsheet today we've got females and males, and I've got exactly the same wording in Snap, so you can see it's automatically matched those options up. If they didn't match, we'd need to manually adjust them. I do the same for my course column, and today that's going to be matched up with question number 4, the training topic, and again add another tick box question, so again we will map. Now this time the options in my spreadsheet do not match the options in Snap, or the wording isn't exactly the same. So I will now need to manually map each of the options across to the relevant options. So if you are able to match up the wording in your spreadsheet with the wording in Snap, then this section will be a lot quicker. If I then press OK and Next, we then have a confirmation page just confirming which columns are being matched with which questions. Press Upload, and then those respondents will be added to the queue. If I then press Finish, and we can see my 4 respondents have been uploaded. From here we've got the option to check an individual participant, so I can click on the arrow next to one of the names. It gives me the option to preview the questionnaire as that person. You can see it is indeed just a preview, and as such the data will not be saved. And if I scroll down, you can see it's automatically seeded in the publisher and also the fact that this person is male. But if I close that preview down, we've also got the option to delete that individual, and we can also edit that individual. So within here it gives me the option to edit some of the details which are going to be seeded into the survey. But I'll just cancel out that one today. Moving up to the top, we have the option to export our participant list back out to Excel or CSV. We've got the option to delete people based on particular criteria, so perhaps anyone who's maybe opted out of the survey, or perhaps anyone who's currently completed the survey. Likewise, if I was to click on Reset, perhaps you've been doing some testing and you wish to reset everyone back from a completed state back to a not started state. And if you have an additional person to add, rather than uploading another spreadsheet, we can just upload an individual. So if I give this person a username and an email address, I want this person to be sent an invitation. His name is Tony, and he has attended the Excel course, and he is male. So if I save that one. So that's how to add an individual. Equally, I could upload another participant list, so based on another Excel spreadsheet. So once you've finished adding your participant list, it's then time to start thinking about adding your invitation. So on the left hand side we have invitations, and we will add a new one. Subject is the subject header of the email, so today we're going to have course evaluation survey. We've got the option to say when this invitation will go out, so I've left mine as day 0 today, which means it will go as soon as the survey goes live, but alternatively you can set it to be a couple of days later. And then we've got the option to write the main body of the email. So today I'm going to personalise it with the respondent's name. So we can just go across to Insert Tag, and from my spreadsheet we've got the option for Name. I'll just add some additional text. And then we'll add the link for the actual survey itself. So we're going to be using Survey Link Auto. Survey Link would require the respondent to actually type in their user ID. They probably don't know that, so today we will use Survey Link Auto, which will automatically log them in. To make the link slightly nicer, I'm going to just highlight that link, and we're going to insert a hyperlink, and instead my link is just going to be course evaluation. And click Insert. I'll just add some closing text. We've got various options to customize your email across the top, including bold, italic, underline, etc., as well as the option to insert your own HTML. So if you've got a comms team who wish to provide you with the HTML to brand up your email, then by all means paste that into there. Today though, what I am going to do is add my company logo. So if I go across to insert image, now your image does need to be hosted on a website somewhere, so I have an image here which I'm just going to right click and copy the image link, and then we'll just paste that back into my email. I'm going to make that image a little bit smaller and insert, and I'll save to finish off. Got the option to add additional invitations, so reminders, and they will by default go out 7 days after the initial invitation, but again you can adjust that as you see fit, and obviously it's up to you how many reminders you have. But today I'm going to cancel out there. Certainly it is a good idea to test to make sure that you're happy with the look and the feel of this email, so we can send a test email to ourselves. In today's scenario, my survey is already live and running, so I've got the option from here to start sending my invitations out straight away. If on the other hand my survey hadn't yet been started, it would be a case of going back to collect, pressing start interviewing, and at the same time that would give me the option to start the mailing. Just to finish off, I just wanted to take you through a couple of the options under Overview. Under Change Invitation Settings, you've got the option to specify who your emails are going to appear to come from, and also to specify what will happen if someone actually replies to your email rather than just clicking on the survey link. Alongside that, we have Change Interview Access. Here we can confirm that as well as allowing Snap Online to track respondents using the ID from my spreadsheet, I also wish to identify them in the response data. So that ID is going to be attached to each of the respondents' data. By default, each participant can only complete the survey once, but again I could allow people to do it more than once. And there's also the option to limit how long people have to respond to this survey. So perhaps I might want to say 14 days after having received the invitation, that link will expire. And finally, there's the option to remove participants, but just to confirm that will remove the participant list as well as the invitation that we set up. But again, I'll just cancel out there. And then just to finish off, we've got the participants overview, which confirms how many people have started it and how many people have completed it. Okay, so hopefully that's provided you with some useful background knowledge and also highlighted the benefits of uploading your participant lists, seeding and pre-answering your surveys with data, and also adding invitations and reminders, all within Snap Online. As mentioned earlier, there are a couple of how-to tutorials on our support hub, which will run through step by step the contents of today's webinar. Additional help is available, whether that's via our help desk or perhaps booking onto one of our training courses, or if you are short of resources or just like a helping hand, our research department can help you with any aspect of your project, from simple data entry jobs right through to complete project management. Thank you for your time today, and we'll hopefully see you again soon.